Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. A very warm welcome to our channel. This is me, Fateh Singh, and right now we're sitting at Kaumi Insaaf Morcha, which is meant for the release of Sikh political prisoners and the sacrilege of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And today we are going to discuss about that, why this protest is happening, why there is a need of this protest, and why one should be marking their presence in this protest. We have a very special guest with us right now, sitting right next to me. He is human and social activist Angad Singh Khalsa from Kashmir. First of all, a very warm welcome to our channel. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Thank you, Khalsa.
So, before we begin with anything, I would first like to have a question with you. That first of all, I would like to tell our viewers that yesterday maybe there were four Panthe groups which came from Amritsar to mark their presence at the protest, and you were among with them. What made you take this action? What made you think that I should be also marking my presence in this protest?
See, this is the responsibility of every Sikh who is living anywhere in this world, because these both two issues, either it's the issue of sacrilege of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj or the issue of Sikh political prisoners, both issues are very much related to every Sikh. See, in every morning we go to the Gurudwara Sahib and we bow down our head in front of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. So it's about our dignity. And when we see in 2015 and on time to time we see that sacrilege incidents are very normalized in Punjab. So it is something which really breaks down us. So we are here for the justice of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and for the basic human right issue, which is about the Sikh political prisoners who have even completed the time of life sentence, but still they are inside the jail.
You're talking about everyone who belongs to the Panth have something to do with Punjab or Sikh community. But we have also seen you on social media and your interviews over the internet, where you have shown, even we just mentioned you, that you are a human activist. How do you see this protest, that anyone who cares about human rights, anyone who feel human, who raise voice for humanity, should also be involving himself into this matter? How is this issue is more than just a religious issue, but also a human right issue?
Definitely, it's also a big human right issue, and we see that human rights are getting violated in India from last many time. But presently, this regime has crossed all the lines. As we see the issue of Sikh political prisoners, it's not only about the Sikh political prisoners in India. There are many political prisoners who are inside the jails and they are not getting fair trials, they are not getting speedy inquiry. So we speak and say for all that every prisoner deserves the equal justice, and judiciary should be same for all. There should not be judiciary unequal on basis of religion, on basis of numbers, etc. But here in Punjab, we Sikhs are majority, so it is a place where we can do something for us. In other states of India, we are minority. There we are not able to do something like this, organizing such big agitation, such big movement. So in Punjab, all Sikhs from all over the world or from India can get united and speak for their rights, because here we are in majority. And second thing, every human being who believes in humanity, she should come here and show their support. They should read about Sikh political prisoners, what is our issue, why we are raising our concern. And the Sikh faith, the Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is biggest thing for Sikhs. Behind Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, there is nothing for us. So it's related to our dignity, it's related to our faith. And Indian judiciary system, Indian law system has been failed to Sikhs, because we are witnessing from last 8 years there is no justice for Sikhs. Again and again we are organizing protests, be it Sarbat Khalsa, be it Bargadi Morcha, and now Kaumi Insaaf Morcha, but we are not getting our basic right, our basic fundamental right, the justice. And even we see the rapists and murderers like Ram Rahim, they are getting again and again out from the jail, sometime on the name of parole and sometime on the name of parole. So somewhere we see that we are being discriminated because we are minority, and even we are seeing that media is not raising our concern, our voice properly on their networks.
Okay, agreed. You yourself just mentioned that Sikh community have been conducting protests again and again, and yet no justice is being done to them. Still, we are here at a protest, one more protest. Do we really need a protest if we see from our past incidents that no justice is being made, even though we are conducting so many protests? Then why to raise one more protest in this concern?
See, if you will take it from the 1984 till now, it has been witnessed that Sikhs are not liberated community in India, but we are a kind of struggling community. Every day we have to struggle for our rights, and there is no other second option. Either we have to accept this, or we have to get diluted, or we have to raise our concerns daily. So there is no option for us. Either we have to accept, dilute, or we have to struggle. So as a struggling community, we call ourselves a struggling community. We have to struggle for our rights as we do normal routine things in our life. We take breakfast, we have dinner, we go to the job, we come back, we sleep. In a similar routine, we have to take struggle as a daily routine thing in our life, because in India we are witnessing ourselves as a justice seeking struggling community, not the one who have all the rights, not the one who feel that we have liberated ourselves from after 1947.
In your previous reply, you just mentioned that it is a human issue. Does that mean that every political prisoner in India should be under the same provision? For what kind of provision Sikhs are asking in terms of Sikh political prisoner? Does anyone belonging from any community should be released once they're done with their punishments and all of those the same stuff? Does that all comes under one shed? Do you see every political prisoners at one side?
See, we Sikhs have time to time raised our concern, our voice, our solidarity for all political prisoners. We very vocally say that every prisoner deserves fair trial, speedy trial. And whenever we say that free Sikh political prisoners, also we mention the free all political prisoners in India. And we feel that presently all minorities should need to get united and work together for their cause. If Sikhs are protesting here, the other minority community who feels their rights has been not given to them, they should come out and they should protest. As a solidarity, we also will show them that we are in their support. But again, I have mentioned that in all over India, Sikhs are minority, but only in Punjab we have some good numbers. So that's why from all over India, all over the world, Sikhs are united here and they are resisting their voice for the cause of Sikh political prisoners. But as we talk about Sikh political prisoners, in the same way we mention that there should be equal rights, speedy and fair trials for all political prisoners in India.
According to your conversation, I feel like you're trying to say that everyone from the Sikh community should be the part of this Kaumi Insaaf Morcha for the release of Sikh political prisoners. Because our demands is on the external level, if we see, there are the release of Sikh political prisoners and the justice for the sacrilege of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. But there are some Panthic people from the Panth itself who have this concern about this protest, that somewhere this protest have an outlook, or the insights of the protest can be seen as if it's a separatist movement. The protest internally or externally talks about the separatism, which stigma living out of Punjab, it's quite risky for them to take on over their head. They have this question that is this a separatist protest, is it an extremist protest? How do you see this thing, that even if it's or even if it's not, then what can be done? How would you reply to those people, that how can you just convince them to be the part of the morcha even if it's a separatist movement or not?
See, whenever we raise our voice, people make such propaganda. As an example, you remember the Kisan protest, the farmer agitation, when the mainstream Indian media was again and again saying this, telecasting this, that this is a Khalistan protest. But after the end, the Prime Minister himself accepted that we have made these 3 laws which was not favorable to the farmers, and we are going to now take it back. So we should not be afraid of this propaganda. We should be part of this movement, and we should by our own self should read, should learn what is the realistic issues which we are addressing here. We are here addressing the issues of sacrilege in Punjab of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and we are here discussing, we are here resting our voice for cause of Sikh political prisoners. So these are both 2 issues on what we are working here. Now different types of propaganda are made against us. So it is not anything new which people are not aware about. Time to time this happens, but we are ego strong to stand and face all this. I don't feel that Sikhs who is living any part of whoever is living in any part of India is not aware about this reality. We all are aware that how this propaganda has made and how they run this propaganda against us. But we people are ego mature to understand that it's just a propaganda and not reality. And even we are ready to face whatever they are going to do with us, because this time this protest is about the dignity, the faith of Sikh community. As I have mentioned that behind Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, there is nothing for us.
Thank you so much for being with us. I feel like that somewhere if we are just asking for the demands of our rights, if our rights are safeguards, then I think there is no need for us to ask for a separate nation or talk separatist things. It's not a matter of just asking for something which is unjust for us.
Let me also mention one thing. In Indian constitution and Indian fundamental system, we have right which they claim they have given to us. If we demand something, even it is about a separate state, then it's under the constitution.
It's under the
We are not going to become here outlaws. See, from last 2 months we are sitting here. We don't have done any violent act. People are around us. Even there is police, there is other paramilitary forces. We are not harmful to them. We are resisting our voice in a democratic, in a political way. And if there is any concept of Khalistan, other separatist movement here, I feel that there is also a way to express our voice. And if India believes in the UN, if India believes in the programming of UN, that under the UN there are many clauses which talk about the separatism, as India says it's about separatism, and in other words it's referendum. So it's all about a democracy, and it's all about a basic human rights. Even asking for a referendum is also a basic human right. So the thing which is even accepted by UN, you can't say that it is all about the separatism. That's it I want to say.
So having conversation with you, it's completely clear that we're nothing. There's nothing against the constitution. There's nothing against democracy. It's even right from the eye of a global law. So I don't think that we are left with any question that anyone can raise question upon this protest, that why they should be the part or should not be the part of the protest. If you have any doubts, you can comment under this video so that we can cover that question in our next video. Thank you so much for being with us. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.